From the vastness of the ocean, humankind has only been able to explore, at most, 20% of all that the sea hides in the vastness of its depths. Beneath the surface, there are still puzzles and mysteries, including the reason for the unexplained disappearance of several ships over the years. In this video, we will learn about 5 cases of ships that mysteriously vanished. Number 1. Marine Sulphur Queen. The Marine Sulphur Queen was a tanker designed to carry molten sulfur that disappeared in the Gulf of Mexico in February 1963, leaving several unanswered questions. The disappearance of the Marine Sulphur Queen is another maritime mystery that has baffled investigators and enthusiasts for decades. This tanker, designed to carry molten sulfur, disappeared in the Gulf of Mexico in February 1963, leaving behind a series of unanswered questions. The Marine Sulphur Queen departed Beaumont, Texas on February 2, 1963, bound for Norfolk, Virginia, carrying a cargo of molten sulfur, a dangerous and volatile chemical. The last communication from the ship was received on February 4th, reporting that all was well, but then the ship disappeared without a trace. Search and rescue operations were immediately launched, but no sign of the Marine Sulphur Queen or crew was found. As time passed, speculation grew about what might have happened, but no conclusive evidence was found. The United States Maritime Safety Commission conducted an investigation but could not reach a definitive conclusion. The ship and its 39 crew members have vanished without a trace. Some theories suggest a possible structural failure of the ship due to its age and poor maintenance. Others have considered the possibility of an explosion due to the explosive nature of the molten sulfur it was carrying. However, the lack of findings and evidence has made the disappearance of the Marine Sulphur Queen one of the most baffling maritime mysteries. Number 2. USS Cyclops. This case adds to the mystery of the infamous Bermuda Triangle, as the USS Cyclops was a United States Navy cargo and coal ship that disappeared under mysterious circumstances at this enigmatic location during World War I. The USS Cyclops left Barbados on March 4, 1918, bound for Baltimore, Maryland. It had a crew of 309 and was carrying coal. However, it never reached its destination and disappeared without a trace. One of the most intriguing aspects of the disappearance of the USS Cyclops is that there were no distress signals or calls for help. Although the region where it disappeared, the Bermuda Triangle, is known for its mysterious disappearances, there is no conclusive evidence why the USS Cyclops was lost. Intensive searches were conducted to find the ship, but no wreckage or trace of the USS Cyclops or its crew was found. The mystery of her disappearance led to various speculations, including the possibility that the ship may have fallen victim to a severe storm, structural problems, or even enemy submarine activity, as the disappearance occurred during World War I. The United States Navy Board of Inquiry into Disasters concluded that the most likely cause of the loss of the USS Cyclops was a combination of adverse weather factors, including severe storms and stability problems due to unstable cargo. The lack of physical evidence has kept speculation and mystery surrounding its disappearance alive. The exact fate of the ship and its crew remains unknown, and its story adds to the aura of mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle. Number 3. Carroll A. The disappearance of the Carroll A. is another unsolved maritime mystery from the early 20th century. The Carroll A. was an American lumber ship built in 1919, and the story of its disappearance began in 1920. In January of that year, the Carroll A. set sail from Norfolk, Virginia, bound for Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to deliver a cargo of lumber. However, on its return to the United States, the ship disappeared and was sighted several times under unusual circumstances. On January 29, 1921, the ship was spotted aground near the Diamond Shoals Reef off Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. The Coast Guard responded but could not board the Deering due to bad weather. When they finally gained access to the ship on February 4th, they found it abandoned. Most perplexing was that the Carroll A. Deering's crew had disappeared entirely. There were no signs of struggle on board, but several personal belongings, including the ship's log and lifeboats, were missing. The The compass and other navigational instruments had also been removed, suggesting that the crew had left the ship in a hurry. Subsequent investigations failed to shed light on the disappearance of the Carroll A. Speculation swirled around the possibility of piracy, mutiny, or even smuggling, but no theory was supported by conclusive evidence. Despite efforts to solve the mystery, the ultimate fate of the ship and its crew remains unknown. Number 4. SS Ourang Medan. The mystery of the SS Ourang Medan is one of the darkest tales in this video. Although there is no conclusive evidence and some versions may have elements of urban legend, the story has captured the imagination of those interested in unexplained phenomena at sea. The story of the SS Ourang Medan dates back to the mid-20th century. In June 1947, a series of distress signals were reportedly received from the SS Ourang Medan, a Dutch ship sailing through the Straits of Malacca. The communications were garbled, but the main message was clear. All officers, including the captain, are dead, lying on the bridge and in the radio room. The American ship City of Baltimore responded to the distress call and arrived at the location where the SS Ourang Medan was believed to be. Upon boarding the ship, they found a horrific scene. The crew of the Arang Madan lying dead on the deck with expressions of horror on their faces. Even the ship's dogs were dead, also with expressions of distress. Before they could investigate further, the Arang Madan caught fire and exploded, sinking rapidly. The crew of the City of Baltimore barely had time to get off the ship before it disappeared into the ocean. There are many theories about the disappearance of the SS Ourang Medan. Some speculate that the ship was carrying dangerous cargo, such as chemicals or weapons, which could have caused a tragedy. Other theories suggest the intervention of paranormal phenomena, such as toxic gases leaking from the seabed. Since no physical evidence of the SS Ourang Medan has been found and the specific details of the story are difficult to verify, the mystery remains, and the legend of the cursed ship has endured over time. Number 5. The Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste is undoubtedly one of history's most intriguing maritime mysteries. After disappearing in the Atlantic Ocean on December 4, 1872, this merchant ship was found abandoned in a position indicating that it was drifting. Although the ship was in good condition and showed no signs of significant damage, the crew seemed to have vanished without a trace. The Mary Celeste sailed from New York to Genoa, Italy, under the command of Captain Benjamin Briggs. Also on board were his wife, 2-year-old daughter, and a crew of 7 men. About a month after the ship left, another ship, the Di Gratia, found the Mary Celeste adrift in the Atlantic. When the crew of the Di Gratia boarded the Mary Celeste, they were surprised to find no one on board. The ship was in apparently normal condition, its cargo of industrial alcohol intact, and there were no signs of struggle or disturbance. However, the hold was partially flooded, although not enough to pose an immediate threat to the ship. In addition, the lifeboats were missing, suggesting the crew had abandoned the ship in an orderly fashion. Numerous theories have been advanced to explain the disappearance of the Mary Celeste's crew. Some have suggested that the alcohol cargo may have spilled, releasing flammable vapors and forcing the crew to evacuate for fear of an explosion. Others have raised the possibility of a pirate attack, although no evidence exists of fighting on board. Another theory is that the crew abandoned the ship due to a misperception of danger, perhaps triggered by a natural or technical event that frightened them. However, the lack of conclusive evidence has kept the mystery of the Mary Celeste's disappearance alive for over a century. Despite numerous investigations and speculations, the truth behind the disappearance of the Mary Celeste's crew remains unknown. What do you think really happened to the crew? There is no doubt that there are more mysteries in the ocean's depths than on the surface, and these baffling cases of ship disappearances only fuel the mystery surrounding the depths of the waters. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and comment on what you thought of these cases. Do you have any theories about what happened to any of these ships? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. See you next time.